Hi everyone, we had a late start after Scarlet Night last night, but we are coming into Sydney today. It is an overnight stay in Sydney on this cruise. Windy. We're just noticing, we're sitting underneath the walking track, and I said to Jeff, I said, how fantastic is it that these facilities are here, and we often see the crew using them. So the crew can use them at the same time as the people on board the ship. They're treated as part of the mix. It's really good.
Have a look behind us, there's a boxing ring.
Do you want to hop in and have a spa, Jeff?
Do you want to?
It's the wrong type of spa for me.
Do you want to have a go?
Cheers. We decided to come back to the cabin because we are on the right side to see all the sights on our way in.
That's cool.
It's cooler in here, and we've got our all-day rosé. So we're going to sit here and enjoy the trip in. It's a lot cooler than up on decks. It's really warm up there at the moment, and the decks they must be made of some sort of composite material, but that heats up so fast. So you've got to make sure that you bring your you bring your shoes, but bring something to walk around with, like a pair of thongs or something like that. You're going to need it if you go up to the pool at any point.
There you go.
Here's the pilot, everybody.
Hear that? Five's going. I am a little bit biased, but I think that Sydney is the most spectacular harbour to be able to sail into. The iconic Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the busyness of the harbour, just taking it all in. And it was about this time that we were feeling a little bit hungry, so it was off to the galley for a spot of something to eat. Just been eating the salmon. Don't know if he's coming back to that yet. So this is the last of the afternoon tea. We're on to treats phase with nice view. Yum. This tastes a bit like White Christmas, and you can't go past brioche. How's yours, Steph? No good? After lunch, we went down to the lower deck, to the dockhouse, where we planned just to have a sit and just watch the world go by. It's a perfect place to sit out the back. Wasn't too hot either at this stage, a bit of cloud cover. Doing this in real time as it's happening. We'll tell you a little bit more detail about the story soon, but what's happened here in Sydney, we've had to get off and go through customs, and then we have to wait until absolutely every single person is off the ship until we can get back on the ship. So if you're one of those people, they did it by decks, so if you got off at 2:15, it's now 5 o'clock, and they still aren't letting people on because I think they're down to about 20 more people left on board. So hopefully we won't be waiting too much longer. Now I have a little confession to make here. We weren't intending to get off the ship at all. We didn't know we had to get off the ship. So we were mulling about, as you said, had lunch, went back to the room, and then we got a phone call to say, you need to get off the ship. Because apparently when you are entering Australia, we got on overseas at New Zealand, and when you come back to Australia, you have to go through customs, and they basically do that with everybody on board. So yes, we didn't get off early at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock and have to wait around for hours and hours. We had to visit the chemist anyway, so we got off at about 4-ish and went to the chemist, and we got back on just after 5. So our wait was a lot less than everyone else. But yeah, standing there and waiting, those people who were coming off late were getting heckled. And fortunately for us, we could just scowl at them like everyone else did and pretend that we weren't one of those people. Once back on board, we do a bit of an explore. I got the camera out. This is the inside of the manor when all the lights are on, so you can see
the way that it's all laid out with the upstairs and the downstairs, the bar at the back. There's all these other little corridors, so we did go for an explore along some of these corridors. That's the stage that lifts up and down. It's pretty incredible the way that they have this room moving about. I'm just following Jeff here. There's the bar area. The main entrance is to the left. We're going out the back way. There's another part of the bar there. This is a little VIP room to the left. So if you buy tier 1 tickets for another rose, you get to meet in there. And then here, the other secret one. Hi. That's the den. Now at this point in my adventure, I was about spent. I was so tired. It had been a big week so far on the ship, as you know from our previous videos. Jeff went out and he partied on. I stayed in bed, was treated to a bit of fireworks while I was laying there, which was really quite cool. So I'm getting in an early night. He won't probably get home till after 2 this morning. And that way I'll be bright and fresh for tomorrow. We actually have a date in the spa tomorrow as part of our Splash of Romance package, and that's what we're going to showcase next, our experience in there. So let's just enjoy some fireworks. Whoa, look at that. The grand finale. We get a really nice aspect of the city from our room today, and we are in the bay which is adjacent to Taronga Zoo, so you see Taronga Zoo on the other side. However, we had an early morning appointment at the spa. So into the change rooms we went to dress up in our mandatory white gowns and slippers. When we first got to the front desk, they did try and upsell a lot of their products. So for an extra considerable charge, you could buy all these products to rub on yourself when you were in there. They did have some complimentary mud, which we ended up returning because we could not access the mud room. I'll tell you why in a minute. The spa itself has all the usual rooms. You've got the steam room, the salt room, which is where I am now. You'll be very careful not to take your robe off because the walls are really, really hot. In fact, that's what I found was most unpleasant about this particular spa, was how hot everything was. You only even had to open up the door of the steam room or the mud room, and you couldn't even walk in. Honestly, I've never experienced that in a spa before. When I was on the Norwegian Jewel, the rooms were hot but comfortable hot. These were unusable hot, so I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if that's normal. You expect a little bit of humidity, but these were scorching. I nearly had my face burnt off when I opened the door to the mud room. I don't know how anyone could have been in there. Needless to say, we spent a bit of time in the pool, which was not a spa. We are at Redemption Spa, lying in a slab of hot marble. Jeff's really enjoying it.
You ever seen James Bond movie with Sean Connery's I think he's in Tokyo and he's wearing one of these white things and he's dressed up as a Japanese person. That's how I'm feeling right now. Welcome to James Clare. Bond. James Bond.
So in Redemption Spa they have a sauna, they had steam room, they had the salt room. Salt room I liked, Jeff didn't like that. They've got some spas and things in here, but they don't have bubbles. They've got 2 ice cold punch pools, one warm one, and the big pool they have in here is room temperature, no bubbles, no spa. And the last thing we're going to do before we leave is chuck a mud mask on. Things you do for love, eh? How's this for a splash of romance?
Couldn't have given me a mattress, let alone a marble. It's a perfectly good, soft mattress bed in my room right now, which I could be laying in. But instead, I'm laying on a hunk of marble. Jesus. In my Sean Connery room.
Jeff is absolutely spot on. There was nothing comfortable about these huge slabs at all. I have seen slab beds like this done before in tile, where they do actually have a curvature so you can lie comfortably.
Humidity.
This is the room where I opened the door and you couldn't even physically walk in. It was that hot. We had 3 hours complimentary. We were lucky to have stayed an hour. You can't split your time either, by the way. Get us the hell out of here, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that is not an experience that I recommend on board this ship. Sorry to say. So let's go back to something positive on board this ship, food. Because I tell you what, everything else apart from the spa has been absolutely wonderful. This is the chicken burger with a bit of pit sauce. Jeff got the same.
Bless you.
So here's the rainbow churros with, what's that? Oh, that's sickly sweet. It's like a strawberry. Yeah. What's this taste like? Different. Okay, what's it like? You like it?
Okay.
It is so sweet. Everything's so sweet on this ship. Time to head back out on deck, which is where we spent the majority of the rest of the day, I can tell you. Jeff's just been to Pete's place.
I love
We got some beers and we're watching the sail away.
I love the pizza.
We love the pizza. What pizza you got there, Jeff?
I went pepperoni.
Sure.
And they put extra parmesan cheese on it.
Really?
Yes, it's a lovely pizza. They do not have mushrooms. They laughed at me when I asked.
I guess this is pizza tonight.
I said I have mushrooms, and they laughed at me.
They laughed at you. That's a bit rude.
Now I know we didn't cover much about what to do in Sydney, but if you check out some of our previous videos, we've been here a few times and we've got some information about that. We just decided to have a very restful time while we're in Sydney this time, and I think we pretty much achieved that. So now it's time just to enjoy some sunset, go and have a bit of dinner up at Galley, get a good night's sleep, because we have one last day on board this beautiful ship, and that will be one of our last videos. Oh, I haven't covered Auckland yet, so that's coming too. Anyway, if you enjoy what we do, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. We enjoy your comments, so keep them coming, and I will catch you in the next video. See you later.